Hey, TV people, I'm back for part 5. I know it's part 5 now because that just was part 4. It's Wednesday afternoon on the 11th, I guess. Went down to Binford Metals, wandered around looking for my truck. Then I went up and I asked him, hey, you guys didn't happen to have my stolen. I said, rumor is my stolen Chevy truck might ended up down here. And I'm just coming down here to take a look, see if it's down here. And the guy says, okay, what's it look like? I said, 93 Chevy Maroon, extended cab, champagne underneath, gold pinstriping, tinted windows. And he says, no, 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 we've never had anything like that in here. Okay, I just got lied to by a fucking yard monkey. Now, I happen to know that parts pullers in wrecking yards know every goddamn vehicle in that wrecking yard and everything that's come in there from the time they started working there to the time they leave. They know what's in that fucking yard. So if somebody says, I need such and such, they can say it's over there. That some bitch tells me my truck ain't ever been in there. So either I'm being lied to by a yard monkey or somebody's falsified a whole bunch of paperwork again. And if they falsified whole bunch of paperwork again, I'm trying to think of just what I am going to do with the ownership of Benford Metals. Because them cocksuckers. Okay. After that, come back up the hill, and I figure, you know what? I know where there's a King County substation at here, right on the edge of Federal Way. And what do you know? I run into a King County police officer up there and explain to him what's going on, and he says, "No, there's nothing I can do to help you. We don't involve ourselves with Federal, and we stay out of Federal. We do all we can to avoid Federal." So evidently, the Federal police have fucked up so bad that, and this was an older cop. He had a double set of chevrons on his sleeves, so he was like a corporal. So he ain't no goddamn rookie. And it seems that all the King County cops that I broke in while they were rookies have all retired. He didn't know any of the names. Well, he knew John's name, and he says that Griff is working down at Sportsco down at. Uh, I thought that was my goddamn ex brother in law type person that was down there at Sportsco that helped me out that one day when I was looking for some fluorescent pink yarn and, no, black yarn for salmon fishing, and there was none on the shelves. But I know their computer said there was 3 in the storeroom. So on his cop pension, he's down there being a goddamn fishing lure salesman, setting up camping gear for people. Yeah. So he said he couldn't help me. That they don't involve themselves with anything to do with Federal. I need to go to a district court and file some paperwork. And I said, okay. He said Auburn would be your best bet. They don't like Federal either. So I thanked him and I went home and I made a few phone calls and then went back up to the library and downloaded some shit. And it's going to get interesting. It's going to get beyond interesting. Then I called the state patrol and they gave me a number that I called. And the lady wasn't in. And I left a message about getting a call back. And then while I'm busy looking at the goddamn website, I realized, well, shit, just up the goddamn hill from me and down the street from my brother's is a state patrol office. I don't have to go to fucking Bellingham or Bellevue or some place goddamn ungodly north. And I don't have to go to Olympia. There's one that's about 10 miles from me. So I fired up the Trucadero and headed on down that way. got in there, talked to an officer, let's call him Chris, or a trooper. That's how fucking tired I am right now. And I talked to the state trooper, young guy named Chris, very decent, fine gentleman. Uh, he didn't have no problems with me being a convicted felon. See, that's usually the problem that I have with these police. They're fine till they run my name and they find out who I am and what my rap sheet looks like. And then all of a sudden I'm persona non grata, but he didn't care. It's like, fuck, you did your time. You did your time, 10. What's it been now? 2018. 20 years, basically. And he said people change, and I broke it down to him, and he's looking at me like, "You're serious, aren't you?" And I handed him the paperwork about the accident report, and he's looking at that, and he goes, "There was no reason to tow your vehicle. Why did Federway have your vehicle towed?" I said, out of spite, he wanted to teach me a lesson. He goes, "Well, I don't see that here." And I said, "Believe me, they don't like me up in Federway." And we talked some more, and I broke him down the whole fucking story. Uh, Real decent guy. He listened. For once, I finally got an officer of some sort to listen to me. Should have went to a fucking state patrol office 4 years ago when this shit happened. And he's going to be in contact with Belinda, and he had me write out a statement, and I wrote out a statement, and he made copies of my evidence against whoever fucking has been jacking me around. And he says, they lied to you up in Federway. They lied to you down at that wrecking yard. And he's going to get in contact with Belinda, verify this information, get as much information as he can from her, then he's going to turn it over to the detectives. And while I'm doing this, I get a call back from the Washington State Patrol detective, and I tell her, "Hey, I'm down at this office here filling out a statement. I'm sorry I wasted your time. I didn't know there was an office this close." And she said, "No problem." And she turns out to be the detective that this officer is going to be giving this information packet to. So, like I told them, if you guys have any questions, you call down to Olympia and you talk to Belinda. She's got all the official paperwork, and if she ain't got it, it didn't happen in the state of Washington. And she's really confused why she's got all this paperwork saying my truck was destroyed without any proof. So, that's about where we're at right now. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon already. Been a busy full day. I'm beat, exhausted. Dog isn't doing too good. She's taken to pissing and shitting herself, which Ruby doesn't shit herself. She doesn't shit on herself, and I've had to clean her up a couple times, and I am just feel like I've been hit with a face full of buckshot. That's how tired I am. She isn't walking too good, and last night she was just laid on the bed and pissed her and shit herself because she didn't move. And it'd been nice to know that she pissed and shit on the bed before I tried going to bed last night. So I had to clean that up, and I'm really getting tired of the smell of dog piss. So I let my brother know what was going on. And evidently he's flared off a couple nasty messages to the police department in Federway. And Welcome to the shit show. It's gonna get good. I've been too busy with this shit that I didn't know that we were going to war with Syria. I gotta start watching some news. But as soon as I sign out of this fucker, I'm gonna lay down for a minute and try to catch a minute or two of sleep because I'm either getting ready to go into a diabetic coma because I haven't eaten today, or I am going to go into a coma just because I'm so fucking exhausted. I guess it's getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and running until 2 o'clock in the morning and catching a couple hours of sleep and getting back up before daylight. See, I told you I'm beat. So, this is where we're at in part 5. Fuck, I lost track. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, and I got my paperwork to start my civil suits against the city of Federal Police Department. I don't think I'm going to go as far as naming the officers involved and taking them all out, but it's going to get interesting. Going to get real interesting. So that's about it before I fall asleep on you people. Dubers is asleep down on the floor. You still alive, kid? I will have to take that as a yes, that she's still alive. Like I keep telling her, baby girl, this getting old shit's killing us. So that's about it for this one. I'm gonna fall down before, or I'm gonna lay down before I fall down. Later on, too, people.